Still something going on there too. That must be the tickler.
There's running, ongoing trade. Well, you know, I don't know where that came from or how we shook it off, but it continued in for a long time. And here you are, staring deeply into that handsome Argentinian man's eyes.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't blame you. I'd get lost in those dreamy blues as well.
He is pretty.
Anyway, to move on to the next big look in your career for me, we've been spending a lot of time up at UCD, and I think Brian took this to heart, and he went for an intellectual look. You can see there, no Louis Theroux style glasses, the educated demeanour, and the ostrich scarf tied in a single knot. It's a good look, Brian.
All of that scarf actually, I think, squeezed all the fat into my face.
Well, listen, in fairness, at the time, in the early 2000s, the scarf with a single knot was very popular. And here's Brian with a scarf model at a game later on. He's a handsome looking guy, isn't he, that fella?
Is that my leather jacket you're wearing?
Yeah. Quite the handsome dance. And look number 3 that we move on to, we're nearly done here. And the wheels are really coming off at this stage. You know, if you're going to model yourself after a footballer, probably not model yourself after the one that people dislike the most. And this Nicholas Bentner look, for example, that came from. Complete with a little goatee as well. What's going on there, Brian?
I was actually performing in the Gielgud Theatre in London, Lion King at the time.
And, you know, by the end of the career, by the middle of the career, look forward. You've gone, unfortunately, we all can see this coming. He's only just gone full Robbie Savage on us.
Mum and Dad must be so proud.
Well, luckily, Brian, and luckily for us, and luckily for you, and luckily for everyone here, and luckily for your wife, your best look was your final look, and that was a look of the champion and Heineken Cup. Tell us a bit about that, David, because I know, you know,
10 years to get a normal haircut.
Tell us a bit about that, because as you mentioned there, it took so long, and we know you were the most in-demand player in the world at the time. You had offers from everywhere, and yet you stayed on in Leinster. You stayed with this group of people, this team, and you committed to them, and eventually you won a Heineken Cup. Tell us about that journey.
Yeah, it was very, very frustrating at times. At one point we did 4 different coaches in 4 years, I think from 03 through to 06. You know, and I said to Michael Cheika, and I think Leinster Rugby have a huge amount to be thankful for with Michael Cheika. I think he was one of the catalysts in changing the dynamic of our setup, and giving us a base, and giving us a different mentality, in giving us our work ethic. And I think, you know, the start of the work that he did culminated in him getting to win our first Heineken Cup in 09. And I think I see Thorny there. That's the 3rd one in Twickenham. But it was, you know, it would have meant so much less to have gone and won Heineken Cups with a French team, or well, I was never going to go to England. But
Didn't have enough money.
But just, you know, it's nice. It is nice to be a one club man and to have won it with my friends, and that's essentially what it was. It's guys that you know, you see and hang out with and have the same time off and holiday together, and you know, it makes it so much sweeter to, you know, we had to wait a long time for that little bit of success. It was 10 years before I won that Heineken Cup. It was worth waiting for and wearing it in that colour.
Well, listen, we all appreciate it, certainly. Another legend retires at the end of this season. A word on an amazing captain, Leo Cullen?
Yeah. The transition from Captain Cullen to Coach Cullen has happened throughout the course of the year, where he's completely distanced himself from all the lads and large parts of the crack that we have. Clever, see what you're at there, tips. But it's been an absolute honour to have played under Leo. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind in saying that he is the best captain that I've ever played under. Saying the right thing with doing the right thing with showing the physicality, showing no backward step on the pitch. And I think what makes him particularly special is the stuff that no one in here would know about, is the behind the scenes stuff of going and seeing people related to the Leinster family, supporters that have died, just going the extra mile. And going and visiting families, and I think that's what makes him a really, really special person, and incredibly unique. And with John O'Going next year, who's done a fantastic job for us, I think we're in great hands in Leo coming in and replacing him and bringing his own angle to things. So we're really blessed to have him in our setup, and he epitomises everything that is Leinster.
Hear, hear. Hardest working rugby player I've ever been around, but you don't have a career as long and successful as yours without a lot of help from people along the way, and I know there's a few thanks that you want to give out right now.
Of course, I think anytime you have had a good run of things like I have, first and foremost, I always am hugely thankful to all my teammates throughout the years that have played hard beside me through good times and some not so good times, and their friendships. I really enjoy that aspect to work, is that I go in and I put on the jersey and play with a lot of friends, and I look forward to continuing those relationships into the future. But to manage and be able to play for 15 years, I think a huge aspect of it is the medical staff that take care of you. Currently with Gareth and Carl and Black and Decker. And Neil from in the academy. All those boys do tremendous work, absolutely tremendous work. And the docs with Arthur, who's actually become a great friend, with John and Jim. They piece you together sometimes and do enough work on you. And the hours they work is insane. So to all of those guys, and to doctors and physios in the past, thank you so much for all your efforts. And honestly, to all the support, people that come to the dinner, people that come to the games every week, people that go to the pit an hour before the games in the RDS just to sing us out for a warm-up, that's the little difference, that's the little spur on that you need sometimes in the really close games. To everyone that's ever been to a Leinster game and cheered us on, thank you so much. It means the world to everyone, all the boys. And finally, just to my mum and dad that are here, my sisters, they couldn't make it tonight, to my mum and dad for their incredible support over the last 15 years. I'm sure they're looking forward to the end as much as I am. Hopefully get out of it relatively unscathed. We've had a great run at it, and we look forward to spending more time together as a family, be it down in Wexford or with the other grandkids. I think we are a very tight family, and my more immediate family, my wife and my little girl. It's exciting times ahead, whatever that entails. I'm looking forward to potentially playing second fiddle to a very talented wife, and I feel very, very lucky